Welcome, 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 family, to another edition of, yes, Revolution Sundays with yours truly, Dr. A.G. Green Sr. You know what to do. So excited and delighted to be on with you today. Tag and share, share and tag. Tag and share, share and tag. Tag and share, share and tag. It indeed is a privilege to be on with you today as usual. And I am honored and privileged to be in your midst even right now. Grand rising to you, and you. That's right, speak as you come in. Let us know when you have shared. Papi Bovi, grand rising to you. Thank you so much. Grand rising to you, and you. Waiting on people to come in on our platforms. And again, what a wonderful, beautiful day it is, Almighty. We're thankful and grateful for all things. Your will is done in us, with us, through us, and even has us. And we bless you. Yeshua's name, consciousness, way, power. It is so, and so it is. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. A couple of things we're going to share with you. Yes, there is a presence, there's an energy, there's a power that's resident, that lives, that abides in every being, conscious or even lower levels of consciousness. But we are so thankful and grateful to be with you here on today. When you have tagged or shared, you can do what you want to do, but you might want to do something that Hillary did and said shared. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Am I coming through loud and clear? You can't hear and see me well? Okay. Grand rising to our resident mystic, John Wesley Turk. So good to see you, and you on today. I always like to remind you what Philippians 4:13 helps us to understand that through the Christos, through the cooperative, synergistic connection, that no matter what we're facing, no matter what circumstances we are dealing with, I can. Oh my goodness. I want you to type it in the comment section. I can. Come on, type in the comment section. I can. Yes, I can, I can, I can, I can. Come on. Type in the comment section. I can. No matter what you're facing, I can manifest more. I can manifest happiness. I can discover whatever is necessary to discover. I can evolve, transform, and ascend. I can. I don't allow I can't to even be known by my mind. As a matter of fact, I never learned to I can't. I can. I can manifest weight loss. Yes, I can. I can manifest the career of my desire. I can. I can manifest experiences with the creator of all. I can regulate my mind. I can experience physical wholeness and completeness. I can. Come on, speak it out loud wherever you are. I can. I also like to remind you that you are a divine species of being. You are not some witless, impotent, incapable, human, physical, flesh, avatar body. That is merely a projection of who and what you really are, and that is power, source, energy, spirit of a God class, of a God order. Type and speak out loud wherever you are. I am powerful. That's it. Come on, declare, decree. I am powerful. Let it be known to all. I am powerful. Speak it to yourself out loud multiple times. I am powerful. Come on, declare and decree it. I am powerful. Come on, know it from within. I am powerful. Let the molecules moving in the air around you hear you declare it. I am powerful. Let this physical construct experience the energy of authority. The energy of the power that has created worlds. Come on, declare and decree. I am powerful. Indeed, 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 I am powerful. And what a wonderful thing it is to have an awareness that you are powerful. Thank you so much for being on with me here today. And what a wonderful and beautiful day it is to be with you. Let's quickly remind you that you can follow me on the social media handles that you see at the bottom of the screen at AG Green Now, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, let's see what Hillary has to say about our announcements today.
for joining our spiritual community today. Before we get started with that amazing teaching that we all look forward to, here are a few announcements. On February 4th, 2025, which is right around the corner, the Divine You podcast with A.G. Green will launch on all major platforms. Are you ready to tap into your divine potential and live the life you've always dreamed of? Join Dr. A.G. Green on the Divine You podcast, where wisdom meets inspiration to empower your journey to greatness. New episodes drop every Tuesday at 10 a.m., so make sure you set those alarms. Available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and more. Each week, Dr. Green dives deep into transformative topics, offering practical tools and spiritual insights to help you align with your highest self. Don't just exist, live divinely. Join our spiritual community, Revolution Inc., on Patreon. Make sure you secure your membership and tune in weekly. We're preparing to move most of our program there this year, so please take the time to visit patreon.com/aggreennow. That's patreon.com/aggreennow. There's more. Check in daily for new posts, videos, and more. Every dollar you give here helps support A.G. Green and A.G. Green Now. We're expanding and we're growing to serve a larger audience with the message of love, faith, and hope. Your gifts co-manifest vision with us. Use the giving apps and donate today. Be sure to visit Divine Species Shop at payhip.com/Divine Species. There you'll find many wonderful things to enhance your spiritual and mental experience. Visit today and level up your life. The aggreen.com website is up. It's officially launched. The new online hub for AG Green is active and ready for visitors. This site will help you stay current with everything that's happening in our spiritual community. You stay connected with powerful and insightful tools to help you evolve, transform, and ascend. Make sure you visit today and check it weekly for updates. This is something you don't want to miss. Once again, family, thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you look forward to this amazing teaching.
Thank you, Hillary. Great job as always. So glad again to see you, and you. So I need to check in with everybody and see exactly how you are doing. And I want to know right now, what are you eating and sipping? So talk to a brother and tell me right now, what are you eating and sipping? And while you're doing that, of course, don't hesitate to tell us how you're feeling as well. I like to check in and see, exactly how folks are feeling as well. How you feeling? How you feeling in this moment? And what are you eating and sipping? How you feeling and what are you eating and sipping? Talk to me real quickly. What are you eating and sipping? Let's see. I'm gonna go to the comment sections and see. Of course, I have my protein shake here. It's got superfoods in it. I try and start my morning off with this. That's what I'm drinking. I don't have my coffee today, and I got some water over here if I need it as well. Feeling, blessed. I'm gonna just say it like that. Feeling blessed. Let's see. All right, got some folks just coming in. Awesome. And I am going to, in the next couple of days, put a resource page up for people on the aggreen.com. Let's see where we at now. Feeling great, sipping coffee with French vanilla creamer. Okay, my Crystal, awesomeness. Let's see, our resident mystic says doing fine, feeling blessed, got water. And Hillary ate some leftover ribs. Goodness gracious, Hillary. And drinking Sunny D, leftover ribs. Ooh, those ribs sound so good. And let's see here. We got resident therapist Cotton, Jerry Cotton, Pastor Cotton. I'm eating some lemon water and lemon heads. Candy, watch out now. Feeling peaceful and blessed. I'm expecting now. Lord have mercy, it's been so long since I had some lemon heads. Candy, goodness gracious. Miss B, blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of y'all who are sharing what you're eating and sipping and kind of what's going on with you on today. Now listen, let's kind of take a look at the scriptures today. Let's go to Mark chapter 11 with my assistants to prepare to put these texts up. I am pretty much done with the series, uh, basically teaching us how to pray like Yeshua, how to pray like God. Um, but I just wanted to put some finishing touches on it and kind of seal things as it relates to this teaching on today. I'm not going to go back and do a recap on everything that I taught. We kind of finished off with John 14:13 and explained to you a little bit more in depth that the name is not so much about a person or an identity, but the name is also about what you believe, that what you believe is provided, or the conviction you have about the name. It's the faith in what you believe the name brings you. I don't want to get too much detail into that. We kind of ended up with John 15:7, but I'll touch back on those things again or touch those things again. But I want to start kind of at the top of Mark chapter 11. And I want to just cover one probably hermetic principle with you on today. But let me pull up the text so I can make sure that my assistants know exactly which one I want them to put up. They can actually start with Mark 11:24. You can start with that, Mark 11:24, and then we're going to look at a couple of verses above that. So you can first put up Mark 11:24. My assistants, they know what versions to put up. All right. And then we're going to look at a couple of other uh, verses after that. All right. Let's see. Mark 11:24. Let's see if it's up. See if they've put it up. First thing is, therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believing you have received it and it will be yours. I believe that is the uh, NIV version. I'm waiting on the King James. There it is right there. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. I'm going to say this as it relates to this uh, subject of prayer. And I didn't so much get into the steps of prayer, uh, but what Yeshua is ultimately saying in the text, and I gave you some proof of kind of who and what we are, how things work, how things are connected in the universe, how things are connected within us, who we are as co-creators and co-manifestors and all these wonderful things. And I want you to understand, number one, reminding you of some things we've already covered, that as a powerful divine species who's already one with God, you have power and authority over your reality. And this is controversial teaching in many circles, and a lot of folks would say this is blasphemous. They would probably say, "Well, he's off." But they're creating their reality every day, even if they think they're deferring it to a God in heaven, even if they think they're deferring it to an evil that they call the devil. They're still creating it. They just don't know it. They don't know that their beliefs are being displayed before them every day. That's why their life is playing out the way that it is playing out, including the prayer life, including the things that uh, people are praying and believing. They don't understand that the answers, positive or negative, and even the surprises from time to time, are still a result of what they believe. I hope I'm getting some likes and hearts. I hope everybody's understanding where I'm going. And so Yeshua's example of how to pray, family. Listen to this. The faith, the embodiment of power, the attitude, the disposition, the expectation, the awareness that you should have as one who prays. That Mark 11:22 through 24 is a it's masterful teaching. It's masterful presentation. All right. I want you to understand that. So if you take those few verses right there and don't allow people's interpretations of other texts in scripture or this text or other books confuse you, then you will understand that if I when I believe something, I am the thing that I believe. And one of the reasons why you always hear me quote, I think that's Mark 9:29, when Yeshua heals the blind man, and Matthew 9:29. I'm sorry, Matthew 9:29. It says, "Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you." And even in that crude King James language, it says, "Be it according to your faith, be it," which is like a creative term. I believe that's genomai in Greek. Be it unto you. The Message Bible says, become what you believe. Become what you believe. Mark 11:24 has synergy with that text, because when I pray, I believe that I received it. Well, I can't believe it. I receive it, number one, if I don't already have it. And if I already have it, that means it exists in me. If it exists in me, that means it is me. That means it is me. It is not something else. It is not anywhere else, family. It is me. It is who I am. It is what I possess. Am I making any sense to anybody? So this prayer is powerful, and we didn't cover the verses before that. Have faith in God. There are texts that say have the God kind of faith. Well, listen, the God kind of faith, family, um, is unequivocal, is indisputable, is quite frankly and certain. There is no wiggle room that it is not in terms of the God kind of faith. So it's not just saying, like we traditionally thought it meant, to have faith in God or in a superior being. It is saying, no, have the kind of faith. That's the original Greek. Have the kind of faith of God. This is Yeshua speaking. All right. Okay, so this is a good place for me to pause, and then I'll come back to some things. But I want you to go to, I want my assistants to put up Mark chapter 11, and we're going to look at verses 12 through 14. 11, 12 through 14. 11, 12 through 14. And then we'll come back down. We're in the same chapter. We're not leaving the chapter. We're in the same chapter. And then I'm going to put up something that uh, I think is something that, again, that has a synergetic connection with what we're discussing here. So let's put it up. Mark chapter 11, 12 through 13. And they can take their time, however it will fit in uh, the comment section. So we have here, the next day as they were leaving Bethany, Yeshua was hungry. Seeing in the distance a fig tree, he went to find it, if it had any fruit. When he reached it, he found, and we continue with the NIV, nothing but leaves, because it was not the season for figs. Then he said to the tree, may no one ever eat from you again. And his disciples heard him say it. Okay. And then let's finish up with that NIV before I go to the King James. Can we get that last verse, part of that verse up? with the NIV before I go to the King James. We ended in that text, said it said, and his disciples heard him say it. All right. Put verse 15 up. I'm sorry, that's my fault. Put verse 15 up as well. Put verse 15 up, Hillary. NIV. Put verse 15 up. I don't know if you're going to be able to get it all in there or not. No, don't put verse 15. It's not verse 15. We're going to drop down, both of my assistants. Here we go. We're going to drop down to verse 20. My fault. Verse 20. So after 14, we go down to verse 20. And we're going to look at verse 20. Yes. Stop right there. Verse 20. Verse 21. 20 and 21. 20 and 21 is what we want. Thank you so much. And then I'll get to the King James. In the morning, as they went along, they saw the fig tree withered by the roots. Verse 21. Let's put it up real quickly. So this same fig tree that was spoken to is dead now, withered up by the roots. Okay. Now let's look at the King James Version. And on the morrow, when they were coming from Bethany, he was hungry, and seeing a fig tree far off having leaves, he came, if haply he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Yeshua answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. And Yeshua answered and said unto it, no man, he's talking to the tree, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. Let's see now in the King James, we want to get verse 20 in as well. Verse 20 in the King James. So you all get the essence of the message. Matter of fact, I want you to put in the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I want you to put in the comment section, I want you to summarize what we just read. Summarize what we just read. Here's 21 in the NIV. Peter remembered and said to Yeshua, Rabbi, look, the fig tree you cursed has withered. This is the pretext to Mark 11, 22 through 24 that we've been talking about for the last several weeks, more verse 24 than the other previous verses, which I've taught on numerous times in my life. This is what prompted this powerful spiritual principle. So it is said in this text that Yeshua saw a tree. I don't, again, scholars say, well, it shouldn't have been no figs on it, shouldn't have been whatever. Whatever you come up with is whatever you come up with. The spiritual principle here is from innate intrinsic authority. Yeshua spoke to the tree and the tree became lifeless. Spoke to the tree because the tree, again, was subservient to the power and the authority that this higher species of being, the Son of God, had over it. I want you to hear what I'm saying today. So, just as Yeshua spoke to an inanimate object, you and I have the same ability to speak to inanimate objects. This is important because you've got to understand that hear me, if you're praying or meditating with ifs, if you're praying or meditating with doubt, if you're praying or meditating with it probably won't happen, if you're praying or meditating with fear, then you're really not praying and meditating the correct way. You, hear me, family, do not have to guess when you pray. You do not have to close your eyes. And when I say close your eyes, I mean close your eyes and treat prayer like I'm closing my eyes and I'm trying to hit the bull's eye on a dartboard, or I'm hoping that I hit it. I'm hoping that I be heard. I'm hoping that something good happens for me. I'm hoping that what I say or do is actually answered. I want you to understand that is not the way to pray. Talk back to me. I'm going to go to Facebook and see who's here. I'm saying to you again, that is not the way to pray. And again, I understand, family, that uh, people are invested in people are invested in being limited. People are invested in being helpless. People are invested in deferring their lives to other people. People are invested in blaming other people for their failures and even their successes. I'm going to say it again. People are invested in that. They're invested in saying, so and so did this to me. That's why I'm like this. They're invested in saying, I could have had this, but so and so stopped me. They're invested in saying, well, I just can't do it, so I'm going to have to depend on God. They're invested in saying, well, the devil destroyed me. He tried to kill me. They're invested in that mindset, family. They believe somebody else is supposed to do it for them. They believe somebody else is doing everything somehow, some way. And it's like they're just here to react. They're just here to pick and choose every now and then what they could and could not have. Or they're just here to wait on a God in the sky to tell them what they are and what they cannot have and what they can do. Other than that, they feel like I'm just helpless. It's like I'm just walking. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even have the power to make a left or a right. This is how people are living. This is how people are functioning in this world. They are functioning as if they have very little input as to who and what they are and what they accomplish. Yes, some of them believe in, working hard and things like that, which is good. But then even people who have that mindset still yet believe that there are certain things that are just not up to them. I hope somebody's hearing what I'm saying today. We literally got people out here. Let me tell you why we feel trapped sometimes. Let me tell you why we feel trapped sometimes. We feel trapped sometimes because in that moment we're saying, when I feel trapped or I am trapped, we're saying I don't have any power to get myself out of this. And we're also saying I didn't put myself here. Something else or someone else put me here. Woo. Come on now, family, follow me. I know, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. People, I please hear me. I'm speaking from my heart. Information is consistently being revealed as knowledge is exponentially multiplying. And some of the stuff that people thought 2,000 years ago has been debunked now. And some of the stuff that people taught you 100 years ago has been debunked. We, let me just talk here. People are invested. People are invested in being nothing. People are invested in feeling like they're nothing. People are invested psychologically in the mindset of, I can only do so much. People are invested in the mindset of, if the big G don't do it, it can't ever happen. People are invested in the mindset that the big G wants me to have only what the big G wants me to have. People are invested in the mindset of groveling. and begging and pleading and starving themselves for answers. This is the mindset people are invested in, that I am nothing, that I am nobody. People are invested in a mindset that no matter what they do, hear what I'm saying, no matter what they do, they are still a sinner, they are still worthless, they are still nothing. People are invested in that mindset. And let me tell you something, folks love it. There's some folk who love it. They love the mindset that they're nothing. They love the mindset that they can't do anything. And one reason why people, I think that one reason why people uh, are invested in the mindset is because it kind of shifts the blame from them to something else or somebody else. Now, people typically define sadism related to something sexual, in that you derive pleasure or receive pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. Then there's another group out there who enjoys inflicting pain on themselves. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Uh, I want you to understand that there is a uh, real investment, psychological investment in people loving to abuse themselves. Yeah. So the other word is masochism. That's that self abuse that people have. That's that I need to beat up myself thing. Can I talk about that for a few minutes? It's not in my notes, but can I talk about that for a few minutes? I really, we hear me, family. Oh my goodness. Do you know that people are believe? I do understand. I was going to say I don't understand, but I do understand where it comes from. People honestly believe I'm not supposed to love myself. Then some people believe I'm not supposed to love myself too much. And some people believe that it is pride for me to say I'm intelligent, or that I'm beautiful, or that I'm good at something. Because watch this, if I say too much of that, I'm getting uplifted in pride and I'm taking glory away from the Creator. So this teaching keeps people in a place and a space where they can't fully embrace and love themselves. It keeps them in a space and a place where they cannot fully enjoy who and what they are. It keeps them in a psychological mindset and a psychological framework where I'm good, but I can't acknowledge I'm good. I'm good, but if I'm too good, if I'm feeling myself too much, and the Creator is going to strip me and take everything from me. I use that as an example because, again, it is an investment in psychological debilitation. It is an investment in psychological and spiritual limitation, and more importantly, it is an investment. It is an investment in the psychological aspect of you that says I can't really enjoy my life. I can't really enjoy who and what I am. And I can't really have everything that I want and desire. Because, watch this, I'm not good enough to have it. Because somehow I don't deserve it. I kissed too many people. I had sex too many people. I did too much drugs, or I missed a service, or whatever. People are invested in this self-punitive thing, these punitive actions when they do not perform up to somebody's standards or religious standards. I know, again, that this is different for people. But when these things exist in your psychological orbit, when these things exist in your in your schema, when these things exist in your heart and in your mind as a core belief, family, when you approach prayer, which prayer, all prayer, family, takes place inside of you as a spirit being. When you go to pray, whatever it is you believe about yourself is mixed in with the prayer because it's you doing the praying, it's you connecting with the source, sustainer, and creator. It is your thoughts, it is your fears, it is your faith, it is your belief, it is your unbelief that gets mixed in with all this stuff. Somebody tell me something in the comment section. Somebody say something to me. Yeshua sees a fig tree doing something or not performing in a way he thinks it should perform. And he exercises what we do every day by merely speaking, watch this, to a being that has a lower level consciousness, that is the fig tree itself, and says to it, you're not going to be productive anymore. And that fig tree responds to the authority of Yeshua. So then we drop down to Yeshua explaining why the fig tree responded to his authority. Did you catch that? So verses 22 through 24 is Yeshua responding. This is why. Because when Peter brings it to his attention, oh, it's dead. This is his response. He's trying to explain to them, this is why this fig tree is dead. Watch this. He says, whosoever shall say unto this mountain. First text, have faith in God, or the God kind of faith. That's really what that is. Have divine faith. Have the faith of a God. Then he goes on to say, whosoever shall say. So I just said to the fig tree and it died. You can literally say to a mountain. You don't, this is revolutionary teaching because you think the mountain is stationary. You think the mountain is immovable. The mountain is symbolic of being something that is anchored and permanent. He's saying, no, divinity, the spiritual you, the you that don't live in this simulation, the you that don't live in this matrix, controls all this. You can literally say to a mountain, be removed, and it be removed. This is not figurative. Well, why aren't people speaking to mountains every day? Because they don't believe they can be moved. They think it's metaphorical. They think it's figurative. He's saying the same principle you saw me exercise with the fig tree works on mountains. Did you catch that? I'm going to say it again. The same principle, the same thing you saw me do with the fig tree, he's saying works on mountains. And I'm saying to you, the same thing that worked when you spoke and the money came will speak for your physical body. And the same thing you may have spoken to happen on behalf of a loved one and it happened for them, it's the same thing that will happen to you for you if you speak to your own self. Sometimes we have more faith for other people than we have for ourselves. Sometimes we believe other people are more deserving of things than we're deserving of things. It's the truth. And then sometimes because we are who we are and living our own experiences, we continue to make the mistake in our own lives that we don't make with others. With others, we say, declare, decree, speak, pray, meditate, and we just know it's done because we're not connected to their emotional state. We're not connected to their interpretation or interpret the processes of their day-to-day living when, they're not seeing from a sensual sense the confirmation of what they are manifesting in the confirmation of what they desire. So because we're disconnected from that, we just from our own place say, no, I prayed it, it's done. Well, when we start living our own lives and we're seeking to manifest transportation, and it's been 35 days and we have not learned how to resist the senses or learn how to understand that the senses are inferior modalities that interpret a physical reality. Catch what I'm saying today. If we don't understand that, then we will become consumed in what the senses are telling us is reality. Not understanding, watch this, that I am reality, that I am projecting it every day by my faith, that I am carrying it out by what I think, by what I imagine, and by what I speak. Did you hear what I said? How is it, family, that the fig tree died? The fig tree can only die in the physical if it's already dead in Yeshua. I'm going to say it again. The fig tree can only die in the physical if it's already dead in Yeshua, meaning Yeshua has already seen the tree as dead, has already rendered the tree as dead in his imagination, in his mind. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Catch what I'm saying today. Catch what I'm saying today. I want you to hear me, family. I want you to hear me. Belief again, faith again, is something that exists in us. It is literally according to your faith. It is literally you becoming what you believe, or you are what you believe. So before Yeshua speaks it out of his mouth, Yeshua believes it's deceased. It's not living. It's no longer functioning. And that's what happens. Then he says, when I pray, previous verse, whosoever shall say unto the mountain, speak to the mountain. Hear me, family. If I'm speaking, answer this question for me. If I'm speaking to something, where are my words coming from? Where are the words that we speak coming from? Let me see it in the comment section on YouTube and Facebook. Let me see your answers. Where are my words coming from that I'm speaking? Where do words come from that we speak? Talk to me. Talk to me. Somebody said your mouth. That's good. Where else do they come from? Where else do these words come from? Where else do these words come from? Another person said our mouth and our mindset. That's good. Thank you. They come from your thoughts. That's the answer I'm looking for. And you, as a spirit being, are producing these thoughts. So there can be no dead fig tree for Yeshua without thoughts of the fig tree being dead. And there can be no mountain being removed without thoughts of the mountain being removed and cast into the sea. There can be no thought, no mountains being removed and cast into the sea if there is doubt, because he says, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe those things which he said shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he saith. Hear me, family. Hear me. So that means that what we are seeing in our world today is coming from our thoughts. And again, our thoughts are tethered and rooted in beliefs. What we believe. Yeshua honestly believed he had power over nature, including that fig tree, power over the mountains, power over the water. Same power. It's the same power you and I possess. But somehow, some way, we have been convinced that I got to beg to get all this stuff. I got to beg, watch this, for something to happen for me. I got to beg, 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 because watch this. It makes the decision for me whether it no or something else. No, that's Yeshua is trying to tell you now. You make the decision. Talk back to me, family. I want you to catch what I'm saying today. So check this out. Check this out. Check this out. The Kabbalion is an ancient metaphysical book that actually has Hermetic principles in it. But I want you to understand uh, Kemet is responsible for the origination of Hermetic principles. Kemet, ancient Africa, ancient Egypt. And then before that, it's believed that Thoth gave us the Hermetic principles. But the first one says, the all is mind, the universe is mental. The all is mind, the universe is mental. And what that basically means is that through this principle, it's believed that God is consciousness or thought, and the universe is a manifestation of the mind of God. Using this law, we can harness the power of our minds to creation. Do you see the similarities when Yeshua is talking about prayer? He's telling people about what they speak, knowing that what we speak is directly produced or comes from what we think or the consciousness or state of mind that we have when we are thinking something, that in turn we allow the mechanism of the mouth to carry out and attach a somatic frequency to and send it out into the world and things happen. Are you seeing this? The display, the simulation, the world, the construct, family, that you and I live in right now was created by a creator from the mental, spiritual dimension, the invisible place of thoughts. Lord have mercy. I'm seeing, I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me, family. Again, this is a principle that predates biblical texts, that's been picked up by some of the writers and some of the people who are writing. They're writing from principles that are not 6,000 years old, that are tens of thousands of years old. These are spiritual principles, family. I need you to hear me. The all is mind, the universe is mental. Everything, family. And again, we see it on display right now, family. Again, you're watching me on a device that came from where? The mental dimension, the invisible. A spirit being exerted mental energy, and mental energy makes up ideas, it makes up thoughts, what we call words, family. And then from there, the physical or the physical companion to the mental or the spiritual is displayed in the three-dimensional realm that we exist in. But it started in the spiritual exerting the mental, and then the mental embodying the physical and carried out in a creative process, watch this, to actually manufacture the device that you and I are viewing or connected to or connected through, I should say, right now, including the technology that is called the internet, which is really thousands of servers around the world. That's all it is, that hold trillions and bits and data of information. Where did it begin? From a spiritual being exercising thinking ability, which we call mental, and then allowing that downloading to be carried out in the physical. This ain't nothing new. So hear me. This technology is a spiritual technology of what prayer really is, family. God Almighty, I want you to hear what I'm saying today. What things soever ye desire when ye pray, he said, believe that ye receive them and ye shall have them. What he's really saying in that text is, how can you receive something in the physical that you don't already have as the spiritual and in the mental? Did you hear me? I'm going to say it again in a different way. He spoke to the fig tree because the fig tree existed in the mental from a spiritual being who exerted the mental and said it's dead, released power over that being, and it became deceased. He tells you to speak to mountains, knowing that you can only speak from what you think. The physical will respond to the mental. The physical will respond to the spiritual. He knows this. So he says, when you speak, to that mountain, well, you're speaking to that mountain to be removed, but you are first thinking that mountain is removed, which means you're embodying the removal of the mountain. You already have the removal of the mountain before any physical action takes place. It has already been removed in the spiritual and the mental. So, verse 24, the receptive part is the physical part because you already have received it the moment that you seized it in your mental or in the mental dimension, in the mental realm, in the spiritual realm. When you seize it there, when you own it there, it's already yours. So, watch this. The physical counterpart is only an indication of what you already are, what you already possess, and what you already have. And this is why I brought up Matthew 9:29, the Message translation, according to your faith, become what you believe. When Yeshua gave him permission to just go ahead, them to go ahead and become what they already were as seeing men, not blind men, but men with sight. And I'm saying to you right now that the Christ power, the Christ anointing, the Christ consciousness, the Christ energy, the God mind, God energy that you embody, that is one with you, watch this, merely gives permission, good or bad, for you to become in the physical what you already are. Oh my God, somebody help me. Am I making any sense to anybody? And let me go to Facebook. Am I treading in water that's too deep today? I want you to get out of the mindset, family. I want you to get out of the mindset of thinking stuff comes from other places. This is coming straight out of you. They got the movie Straight Outta Compton. The manifestation of your desires, the manifestation of your prayers, even in the Christian community, God is supposed to be in you. Christ is supposed to be in you, the hope of glory. Even the doctrine of interpenetration makes there a oneness with God, even though they try and act like you're separate and apart from him on other occasions. I want you to really embody what Yeshua is teaching here. The receptivity of what you pray starts on the inside of you. The answer to what you desire already lives in you. Let's use this as an illustration. Let's use this as an illustration. Have you ever went to the grocery store and picked up an item at the grocery store, or not just food, but maybe you went to the hardware store, or maybe you picked up a bowl, or maybe you picked up a spoon, family, or maybe you picked up some silverware because you thought you needed the silverware because you thought that you needed the bouillon cubes, because you thought you needed the tomato soup, because you thought you needed the double and triple A batteries. So you went to the store and bought the double and triple A batteries. You desired the batteries. You went to the store and bought the batteries. You went to another store and bought the batteries. You desired the bouillon cubes because you said, I'm out of bouillon cubes. So you went to the grocery store and you bought the bouillon cubes. And then you got home and you start piddling around in your cabinets. You put the bouillon cubes in there and you were rearranging things. And then you realized that in the back right corner were brand new bouillon cubes that have been there. You just didn't know they were there. The tomato soup you bought, you realize there were 2 cans in the back corner that you didn't know were there. The double and triple A batteries, you realize you put them in a different drawer this time, and you happen to run across it, fiddling around with things a couple of days later, and there were 2 new packs of batteries that you finally realize, oh, I bought these 2 months ago. What I'm trying to help you to understand is this. You're going out shopping for stuff that if you explore deeper, family, you will see it's already in you. You are out looking for things in other places that you've just overlooked inside of you. You're out searching on a search to be better when better is already in you. You're on a search, watch this, to be loved when love is somewhere, the unconditional love is somewhere buried, behind, people, places, circumstances, and things. And finally, when you wade through these hellish conditions, when you wade through all of this pain, when you wade, I should say, through all of these things, and finally get to a point where you're exhausted and realize that I gotta just love me and stop expecting other people to love me. I gotta love me first. And then all of a sudden you look down and realize there's a tombstone that's been there the whole time that says love, that has always been there. You just need to dig it up, bring it to the surface, and let it live. It's already in you. It's already there. You're putting yourself on sale. You're jumping through hoops. Listen to this. This is what is incredible to me. People think that they can do physical things to get spiritual power. And people are doing all kinds of stuff to be powerful. They're trying to buy power. Don't get me wrong, I read books. I read a lot of books, but they help me to discover what's already in me. But people are buying stuff, or they're trying stuff. Come on now. Or they're doing things to gain something that they already are. Mm, 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 mm. It's all right to buy books. I just bought 3 or 4 this week. One is on different states of country. It's all right to do that, but it's going to tell me who and what I already am. And I'm not going to get it from somewhere else. It's going to I'm going to find it inside myself. I want you to type this in the comment section. The answers to every prayer is already in me. Type that in the comment section. The answers, or the answer, make it singular. The answer to every prayer is already in me. Type that. The answer to every prayer is already in me. My God, I feel something now. Come on, type that in the comment section. The answer to every prayer is already in me. The next thing I want you to type is this. Every miracle I require is already in me. Type that in the comment section. Every miracle I require is already in me. Every miracle I require is already in me. When Yeshua talks about people going in that secret place, that closet to pray, he's not just talking about a physical closet. He's talking about a person going inside themselves and making a connection with the Creator from within themselves. So folk out here praying for miracles. What people don't understand is that when we pray for people, now I've prayed and I've seen thousands of miracles in the ministry that I minister. I've seen it over time now. It is the God in me that manifests in the God in them that has the image of them that's already healed, that comes to the surface, that emerges and manifests. It's already in them. It's in me, and I know it's in them. I summon it from within them. Well, I felt that. It's already in you, family. Stop stressing about it. Just relax. It's already in you. But what if? Don't choose the what if. I think I might fail. Don't choose a I think I might fail. Choose with certainty to know, like Yeshua did, that if I say this fig tree is not alive, it's not alive. Choose with certainty, like Yeshua did with his faith, to know that if I speak to the mountain, it's got to be removed. Choose with certainty to know, like Yeshua, that what things soever you desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and the physical counterpart manifests to show you that you already have. Praying like Yeshua, praying like God, is not wondering, can it happen? It's not wondering if you're worthy of it happening. It's not considering your faults and your flaws. It's for whosoever. Whosoever says to the mountain. So if you say that the mountain is poverty, then the mountain is poverty. I know because I said it for years. If you say that the mountain is loneliness and rejection, and that's all I'm going to ever know and experience, and I got to do the best I can to erect a wall around myself just to protect myself, then you said that with your heart, and you said that with your mouth, and you created circumstances that will manifest it. This is another thing I say on the text. The saying to the mountain part, only the positive side of that is highlighted many times when the scriptures talk, not the negative side. Not the fact that I can use my faith to destroy my own life. I can use my faith as a divine species to bring things into my own world to sabotage my own success. This is not the side of this spiritual principle that's usually taught. But I'm telling you now, this is what's on display every day in this reality, this physical construct that we live in. Ooh, my goodness. By your mouth, you're going to be justified. By your mouth, you're going to be condemned. That has nothing to do with the judgment of another being. That has everything to do with the self-judgment of the being who spoke it, of the person who opened their mouth to say it. If you keep judging yourself harshly, that's why you are constantly reaping harsh judgments. That's why it's necessary to find somebody who's walking in the dimension higher than you and vibrating at a frequency you want to be at, because they have the ability to influence you to elevate you out of this sullied creation that you made for yourself, this inferior subterranean reality that you live in, this draconian, morbid, sad, gloomy, depressed world that you created for yourself. They'll show you that's your creation, but there's something better that God will partner with you to make. There's something greater that God will show you. Ooh, somebody hear what I'm saying today. That's why it's important that you be able to look to the skies in your own life and see your offspring, see the profundity of the multiplicative proclivities that you are and that you possess, and know that your success is well beyond counting. Believe that your success, Abraham, is well beyond being able to pinpoint, being able to enumerate, being able to calculate. Ooh, come on, somebody. Follow me. Follow me down this rabbit hole. Don't take the blue pill, take the red pill. Find yourself meandering, sliding, free falling, only to elevate into a level of consciousness and awareness of who and what you are in God, in relation to God, in connection to God, in everything. That you are not sent here to be a beggar. You are not sent here to be less than. You are not sent here to be lowly. You are not sent here to be stepped on and stepped over. You came here to experience life in that more abundant. My goodness, I gotta stop today. Almighty, I am so thankful and grateful for everyone, even now, who's absorbing, who's connected, sensing the spiritual connection. They know you're speaking to them. They hear. They'll follow. Thank you, God. That better, better, better copies, better versions of themselves are emerging in the infinite expanse of God's own heart, not birth in time, but birth in a place called eternity. This is where we're from. This is where we live. I pray that somebody in this moment will embrace the words of you and recognize, to make you imagine, in faith is to pray what you say, is to pray what you believe, is to know what you believe. I bless you. Yeshua. So it is. I want to comment on something too that Wesley Turk just said, and he is absolutely right. This is in religious circles and people who say they're not religious. Low vibration or low vibrational, low faith, uh, carnally dense people are part of the reason why it is difficult to truly, truly know who you are. Because they are literally living in an artificial reality of pain, suffering, and loss, and misery, and haplessness, and hopelessness, dejection, rejection, self-pity. You hear me? I've lived in that dimension before. I know what it's like. But this This planet is filled with people. And that's why teaching like this, if you took it into a traditional church, many places it would be rejected because they're low vibrational, low level, low faith, religious folk who don't really know anything about God, creator, source, and sustainer, nor spirituality. They're consumed by dogmas and creeds that have been created from a partial view of an unlimited being. It's literally doctrines that have been created from people trying to suck the oceanic expanse of God through a straw and say that the amount of God that they sucked through the straw and took into themselves is all the God there is. Ludicrous. Foolishness. I sense this so strong today. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, family. You're more than what you've been told. Wake up. You are greater. Some of you all, the reason why there's such emptiness in you, the reason why you are tuning in to me and not walking into somebody's physical building is because you know there's the deep is calling them, the depth of you, the depth of God in you. And people around you, you don't vibe with them anymore. They used to be your tribe. But once your vibe changed, they no longer are your tribe. Stop trying to talk to them about stuff that you've seen in dreams and visions and travels you had and things you're learning and discovering. They want to operate down there. They don't know it's up here. They don't know about other dimensions. They don't know about the plane you're on. They have decided to fly low when you have been meant to fly high. So fly high. Oh God, I sense that. Fly high. Be you. Let the shackles fall. Let the chains drop. Fly high. Some of you all like flying on the level of a crop duster. Some of you all have become comfortable just traveling at 30,000, sometimes 40,000 feet. Some of you all are designed for interstellar travel. Yes, you are. You are designed to leave this dimension. You are designed to travel from planet to planet. You are designed to travel from galaxy to galaxy. Wake up. Wake up. Wake. Love you so dearly. The donation opportunities up on the screen that you can give if you desire to give. Every time you're giving is going, just hired somebody to grow one of my social media channels to get the message out. We're investing in marketing, investing in things that's going to help us bring in and connect to our tribe. That's right. You're traveling by thought every day. You are traveling by thought every day. And here you think a time machine is an electronic mechanism out of a science fiction when you are a time machine. You are a time machine. And if you learn how to take those invisible thoughts that are a part of you, that are a part of a rampant dimension that doesn't know anything about time, doesn't know anything about physical space, You'll find yourself in places, in conversations, in locations. I know I've experienced it. I've witnessed it, that you never thought were possible. I'll let my God and senses. Ooh, thank you for that comment. Thank you for that comment. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what you're thinking in the moment. I'll put up the scrolling ticker for those who continue to give. Most of you all know the call signs, the donation places. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. My goodness. Thank you so much. How you feeling? I'm about to release you. How y'all feeling now? How y'all feeling? Miss B says, ready to fly higher. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Miss B, I just sense that you're one of those people. I even see I don't know who Miss B is, but I see a clairvoyance. I see sight beyond sight with you, Miss B. Prophetic, uh, also the ability to see things, Miss B. You're flying at a height, you're flying in a dimension, you're already existing in a place where you just know things through dreams, through impressions, through feelings, Miss B. You just know. And as a matter of fact, this big decision you're making is coming from a place of knowing. I say to you, you don't have to explain in detail to people what you know. You know what you know. And just allow them to see the fruits of what you know. Oh my God. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. I'm going to release you today with the shalom blessing. Mm-hmm. I feel this. I sense this. Am I the only one who feels this and senses this? So I want you to reflect. Your homework is to reflect. Is to reflect. My pleasure. Your homework is to reflect on this message today. In Mark 11, those parts about the fig tree, those parts about Yeshua said below that, 22 to 24. And know that it's already done from within. Shalom, shalom, peace, wholeness, and prosperity. Nothing missing and nothing broken. It is so. And so it is. See you in a few days.